the simplest day trading strategy. What is the simplest day trading strategy? What do you do? The day trading strategy that'll make you successful. The day trading strategy that's gonna make you money in a market where 99% of traders fail. In a market where so many people don't make it. Only 1% make it, guys. Okay, sometimes they say 10%, but generally I think only 1% actually make it. And in a market where you see so many guys out there saying they can make so much money on the markets. They say to you, I traded $100 today and I made $16,000. I mean, really? That's brilliant, guys, brilliant. I'd love to see that. So what can help you become a successful day trader? Where's the success in the market? Hey guys, trading is risky. It's a 50-50 game. If you take a trade, there's a 50% chance you're going to win, there's a 50% chance you're going to lose, and that's just how it is. 80% of traders lose money, and if you don't like losing money, rather don't trade. So the simplest day trading strategy, guys, I've put together for you. I'm going to show it to you, but do me a favor, before I show it to you, go and check out the secret blog. Go and get your free trade every day. It's just an idea, it's not trading advice. And while you're there, pick up your free Forex book. It's in the description, it's in the titles, it's in the left of the blog. It's for you. Go and enjoy it. It's a free Forex book. But guys, if you want to know what the best trading system is for anyone to use, and the easiest one, just don't change your system every 5 minutes, but hey, go and check this out. I'm going to show you most probably the simplest trading system you've ever seen. Today I'm just looking at supply and demand. I know we always trade support and resistance, but today I'm looking at the supply and demand on this particular trade, and I'm also looking at the trend line, and we'll show you the support and resistance. I'm also going to show you how to place your stop loss on a trade like this. Now this is the France 40, and on the France 40 there's definitely a long trade coming into play here. We're on the 4-hour chart at the moment, and as you know, we always look to go a little bit up on the time frame, so we're going to go up to the day chart. Now look at the trend in this day chart. There's a huge uptrend here. Now you can look for the lowest prices on the days, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to the line chart and we're going to take the closing prices. Now while I could take a trend line from the bottom here and go all the way up, which is a very nice trend, it's not bad at all. I mean, you can use this trend. I would actually prefer at the moment just to take the trend line from here, because that's a much steeper trend and it's probably going to work better on the shorter time frame. You can also take another trend line from the upside and just put it along there, and you're in a nice trend. Now while I understand that, while I've told you that all the trend lines and support and resistances should end up on at least 3 good points, this one's only on 2, you can clearly see that there was a third time that this was going to come down, and I expect there will most likely be a third time that this comes down and connects with our support line. So I'm not too concerned about that. Also on the upside, on the resistance, we've got 1, 2, almost 3. I'm very happy with this trend. You see, you've got to not stick to rigid rules. Sometimes you've just got to have that feeling in your bones. And this looks like a really strong trend to the upside, and it looks like it is creating a channel. And I have to say that in my bones, it tells me that's pretty good. Now, if you were going to look at support, you would draw your support in around that area there, and then you would have quite a good support area. But the reason I'm looking at demand today is I'm going to show you why. We're going to put this back to the bar chart, and clearly, even on the day chart, you can clearly see that there's a good demand area here. I'm going to take this back to the 4-hour chart so that you can see, there's your 4-hour chart, so that you can see your support area. Look at that lovely support area coming through here. So if this was to come down all the way to the support area, it would come down to there and then probably bounce back up. But we're not looking at the support area today. We're going to look at demand. So let's take it back to the higher time frame, the higher time frame being the day. And let's just make it adjusted so that we can actually use it. I'm going to take this out for now. We'll put it back in a moment so I can show you something. And let's just make it a little bit bigger And you can clearly see a nice demand area over here. Now, what is a demand area? A demand area is where all the orders are lying. And you can see that by just looking. If you see there was a red day over there, little red day. It was the last red day on the way up. And then you got 1, 2, 3 good big green moves, and another and another. There is a pincer top at the moment, but all that depicts is a bit of a correction, and it'll probably come back down into this demand area. And that's what we want. We want it to come back down into the demand area and then bounce out of the demand area all the way back up to there, giving us a really good long trade. Now, the nice thing about this particular type of trade is you've got a trend line, a trend support line running up straight through here. Then you've got your demand going across exactly the same area. So you've got a lot of confluence in this area. And also, if it breaks the demand area, it's basically going to break into the support area here. The only downside to this is your stop loss is going to have to be lower, simply because you can't put your stop loss inside the support area, because it's still a good trade if it comes down into that and you can still go long. But this is not a problem if you look at the size of this trade, because, okay, I'm going to put this in on the day and then we'll go back to the 4 hour. But if you were to put your trade in on the day, look how much room you've got for profit up here, up to the top resistance line. So now you can take your stop loss below the support area. And why don't you want to put it in the support area? Why don't you want a tight stop loss? Well, it's simple. If you put a tight stop loss in here, when it comes into it, all the stop losses are going to be sitting here and it's going to find your stop loss, because that's where all the other stop losses are. So you just join the crowd. Not only that, you are also sitting with a situation where your trade is still valid because it's coming into a support area and it can still go long. Be very careful of that. So take your stop loss and put it a little bit lower. You can either put it in the middle of this long green candle below it, so that it's just away from there, or you can even put it a little bit lower if you want to, just to be on the safe side. But that's a pretty good area. Now, if I take this back to the 4 hour where you want to trade, or the 1 hour, but we'll just do it on the 4 hour. It's easier to see. Now you can see your big trade, your massive trade. Now this is a lot clearer. It's going to come down into the demand area, probably bounce out, give you a green bar and go back up. If it doesn't, if it breaks the demand area, then what it'll do is it'll come past the demand area, probably head down here to the support level. And on the support level, it can then bounce out. Don't worry if that happens to this with this demand area, because this becomes completely null and void if it breaks through it, simply because it's only a demand area. It's not a resistance. Your resistance is up here, in this area here. And that'll be your first target, and your second target will be up there. So if it was to break through here, your targets would end up around this area, and then obviously your second target being your main trend line at the top. Quite easy. And your stop loss remains in its position. So you've effectively got 2 chances of a trade here. And your invalidation is only when it's down at the bottom here, not when it's over here. It's not invalid if it's over here, because you've got a second trade sitting just below it. It just depends how much money or how many stop losses or how many stop orders are sitting in this demand area, which is going to cause it to bounce back up. You see, guys, you don't need anything complicated. You don't need ICT. You don't need all these BS systems and rules. You just need a simple system. And in such a simple system, look at it. You've effectively got 2 chances for a trade, plus you've got confluence of a trend line. And I can almost guarantee you, if I put Fibonacci in here, you're probably going to get confluence as well. In fact, shall we try that? Just for interest's sake, shall we see what Fibonacci looks like here? It's going to be interesting to draw the line. I'll tell you what, let's take it to the day so that I can draw this thing in, because it's all the same at the end of the day. Just make it easier to draw. Now let's just have a look. I think that's Fibonacci. Let's have a look. Oh no, this is some kind of curve. Sorry, I got the wrong one here. Where's the Fibonacci, man? Hey, let's have a look. Fibonacci retracement. Right. Let's draw that in and see what we get. And that one, there's confluence at the 0.382 level. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. What if we draw it in from the bottom, like we're supposed to? Yeah, it's a little bit out. So yeah, maybe Fibonacci is not giving you a great confluence, but yeah, okay, it's there though. The 0.382, it's there. There is confluence. You can use it if you want to. Take it back to the 4-hour chart, and that's your trade. So yeah, that's how we trade. We keep it simple. We don't get overcomplicated, and you look for confluences wherever you can find them. So now that you've seen the trading system, I'm hoping that that'll help you. I'm hoping that that'll work for you a little bit, because it works for me. It works for a lot of other people that I know, and it really tries to get you the idea that trading is a 50-50, that all you need to do is actually manage your risk. And if you manage your risk, and if you get your psychology right, you will become successful in your trading. So with that, I hope this video has helped you. I hope it sent you some information. I hope it sent you in the right direction. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Watch the last video, and bye.